Okay, good morning. Welcome to Workout with Mama Anna number 2. I'm going to try not to assault myself with a band today. We're doing mostly lower body. We're doing all lower body. And we're going to do some stuff that uses the band and some stuff that doesn't. So we'll start without the band. You can actually use the band as a progression. I'm using a cute little chair. You can use stairs. You can use a couch. You can use a heavy chair. We're going to start with what we call elevated bridges. So sorry, I'm just going to improve this camera angle here a little bit. There we go. This is why Nick is the videographer. So hands can be down, heels are into the surface, and you're lifting up. So that's a double leg elevated bridge, which is really going to work the tush, the hamstrings, and the spine. And then it can become a single leg. So I like to do a set of double, then I go to a set of single. A set might be anywhere from, whatever, 5 to 10, and maybe do 2 to 3 sets. You want to make that a bit harder, you're going to add your band. And you can use whichever band you want, your flat band or your looped band. You just need some resistance that you're going to place across the hips. Hands hold down. The tighter you make the band across the hips, the more resistance. So as I come up, now there's resistance from the band. And same thing with the single legs. So that is your elevated bridges. Then you're going to flip yourself, and I think I have to move this so you can see me better. So now you're going to have your head and shoulders up on that surface. So if it's a chair, the couch, you guys have chairs that you could use in your living room. So I'm going to position myself so that my upper body is on the chair. And I'm trying to keep my upper body steady, and I'm doing hip thrusts. It's almost the opposite version of what we just did. Excellent for glutes. One of the best glute strengthener exercises, core strengthener, spinal strengthener exercises. And same thing, you can go to a single leg. Now the mistake a lot of people make with hip thrusts is they lift their head, drop their head. Just try and keep your head down. So again, you can add the resistance. Sorry, my chair needs to move back so that it's not squishing or swooshing on me. You can use your Dynaband in the same way. So you can have it here, and as you come up, you're getting your resistance on your thrusts. And same thing with single leg. Okay, that's those guys. Now we're gonna go to over here. And I think, maybe this will work. I should have sort of tested this beforehand, but I'm just being very, let's just see. I'm just being very improvisational here. So you're not going to see all of my head. Okay, so now we're going to do squats with the band. So you can use your loop band or your flat band. It's going to go under your feet, and you're going to pull the tension up and kind of like over your shoulders, and you come down and squat up. So you have the resistance of the band. You want the heavier band for this. You might even use both the red looped band and the flat band if that works for you. And then you can do single leg squats. So you take one leg out. You can kickstand the non-weight bearing leg, and you repeat your squats down. From that, you can go into a deadlift, and deadlifts are my favorite. So a couple of things you can do. You can separate so you've got good tension. Now you're going to wrap the band around, bend the knees, squat down to start, and as you come back up, there's a tension. See, this isn't quite enough for me actually. So in your deadlifts, you want to thrust the pelvis forward. So if I go sideways, keep my back straight, I come up, I thrust the pelvis. So the resistance, I would need a bigger band, but I don't have one here. But your red loop band would probably work for this. And then same thing can happen for single legs. You kickstand, which means you're on the tippy toes of the non-weight bearing one, and you repeat. You hinge the hips, you come up in one fell swoop. Hinge at the hips, come up in one fell swoop. The difference between it and a squat is the hip hinge is a forward hinge, whereas in a squat, it's more of a descent and tuck, right? So hinge, deadlift. This is more of a squat. So we're deadlifting. If you get really good at single leg, that back leg can go up against a surface. It can rest on a chair, it can rest against a wall, and now you're working your balance as well. Really keep your big toe grounded. Single leg deadlifts. All right, the loop band. Loop band, you can do monster walks, you can do side stepping. Both are excellent. So if you put the band lower down, it's harder. The best is around the feet, but start up above the knees to get good technique. So you're gonna separate, bend your knees, and you're gonna just do sideways walking, working gluteus medius. The big mistake people make here is they try and lift the hip. Do not lift. Stay glued to the floor. I like to do 1,000,000 of these. But if that feels way too easy with all your bands, move the band down below the knees. Just make sure you're not allowing the knees to collapse in. If that still feels easy, like this is a super easy band for me, underneath the feet. Side steps. Same plan for monster walks. Walk it forward. I like to do like 10, but I'm not going to because I'll be out of your screen. And then 10 back. Excellent for the glutes. And those are all good starting points. All right, have fun. I didn't hurt myself today. Okay, bye.